Sanji doesn't deserve Conquerors Haki as he doesn't display the qualities of a king like Luffy and Zoro do. Luffy's dream is to become king of the pirate, and Zoro's dream is to become the strongest swordsman alive. But Sanji just wants to find all blue, and that's nice and all, but that's a very passive dream. Listen, Luffy himself has a question for you. Are you retarded? Going based off that logic, Whitebeard, yes, Whitebeard doesn't deserve Conquerors Haki cause his dreams was just to have a big family. Roger literally told him, yo bro, you want Laugh Tale's Addy? Nah Roger, I'm good off that mate. I prefer being on a ship filled with grown men calling me daddy. I don't know why I gave Whitebeard that accent, but nevertheless, he has conquerors. Shanks, who has had no dreams and aspirations for like 1,000 chapters, has arguably the strongest conquerors in the entire show. You can see here, he just says he wanted to be a carefree pirate with Buggy, which is so cute. But speaking about Buggy, he wanted to go to Laugh Tale after Roger, meaning he had the dreams and aspirations of becoming king, yet he doesn't have conquerors because he doesn't fit the profile of a king. You know, if anything, y'all should be questioning Garp's access to Conquerors Haki, but that's a whole nother video. Now, to break this down, what are the requirements to having like Conquerors Haki? Number 1, the will to lead, to be a natural born leader. Obviously, Zoro and Sanji aren't the leaders of the Straw Hat Pirates, but when Luffy isn't there, one of them is always in charge of the crew's safety. Best example I could think of is when Luffy and Zoro were together in Dressrosa, while Sanji took care of the rest of the crew. He defended the crew against Doflamingo. He saved Brook and Nami from the Beast Pirates. He attacked Big Mom's ship. Emperor of the Sea, Big Mom. Now, second point is extraordinary willpower. There has been multiple times where Sanji demonstrated his extraordinary willpower. When he kicked Usopp out the way knowing he was about to tank a bajillion volts of electricity and potentially dying. And back when Zoro took Luffy's pain, people forget that Sanji was just as willing to do it. Now, people mention that Sanji leaving the crew and giving up on his dreams proves that he's not a conqueror. But didn't Zoro do the same thing when he took Luffy's pain and expected himself to die? Sanji didn't just give up. Nami, Chopper, and Brook's lives were on the line. And even if you want to sit here and argue that he should have had faith in Luffy, they also doxed old man Zeph and threatened to kill him if he didn't leave the crew. And we know damn well the Straw Hats were about to sail back to the Barati and protect Zeph. Once again, Sanji sacrificed his dreams for his crew, same way Zoro gave up his ambitions for Luffy back in Thriller Bark. Number 3. People with Conquerors Haki do not submit easily. As we have seen throughout the entire show, Sanji did not submit to anyone but Luffy. Him and Zoro are constantly clashing, same way Rayleigh, I don't know why I said it like that, same way Rayleigh and Gabon did. And as we know, both of them have now been revealed to have Conquerors Haki. Sanji would never follow Zoro's instructions and Zoro would never follow Sanji's. This reminds me of the Rock's crew. Their downfall was the fact that there were too many conquerors. Now imagine if all the Straw Hats acted the way Zoro and Sanji did. Exactly! It wouldn't work too well! Despite Brook and Frankie being relatively strong and being able to take care of themselves, they always listen to Zoro and Sanji's commands. Now, a few other traits of Conqueror users would be acts of defiance, which obviously Sanji has. You know, when he wouldn't act like royalty despite being a prince. Or on the train in Water 7 when he told Luffy that he was going to fight and save Robin no matter what, whether Luffy likes it or not. Or in pretty much all of the pre-time skip arcs where he would go off on side missions, you know, finding Robin or opening the gates of justice or just being Mr. Prince, defeating Mr. 12 and 13 or whatever their numbers were and getting the eternal pose. He really just did whatever he wanted back then. Now, another trait that I saw online, which I'm not too sure if it was ever stated in the manga, but it says that most conquerors have a very clear moral compass, whether it's good or bad, right? Conquerors know what they want, they know what they believe in, and nobody can change that. And if there's anyone in the show that fits this description, it is Sanji. Now, for better or for worse, his rule of never hitting women has been tested time and time again throughout the show, and we have seen that even if it means his life, he refuses to hurt women. Now, I personally believe that his Conquerors Haki will be useless against women, same way his Observation Haki is a lot stronger for women, but nevertheless, he will get Conquerors. There is no way that the Roger Pirates had at least 3 Conquerors, and the Straw Hats will end up with only 2. It's just a matter of time, and he'll probably end up unlocking it to save Nami or Robin, same way Luffy unlocked it to save Ace. Anyways, I just wanted to talk about this for a little bit. I could go into more detail and give you guys more points and examples. If I have to, I'll make a part 2 to this. But I just wanted to make this quick discussion post because I've seen way too much Sanji disrespect and it was really starting to piss me off. But yeah, anyways, that was all. I'll see y'all later. Bye bye.